Adrienne here with the Lynch team at Conway Real Estate, and I have Steve Dabbs here with me with Care Funding Solutions. And Steve, you are a certified Medicare planner or Medicaid planner, LTC financial planner, and an accredited investment fiduciary and a VA accredited claims agent. That's a lot of hats that you're currently wearing. So can you tell me how long you've been specialized in this field?
Well, first, Andrea, I'd like to thank you for putting this together for Arizona Care Alliance. I know this is a lot of work, so I do appreciate it. I've been actually doing this for most of my adult life, but the last 18 years, I focused on long-term care financial planning.
I think that's great. So I have a couple of questions for you. So with the coronavirus, it's kind of caused the entire nation to be concerned about their personal and financial situations. I mean, definitely, a couple-day lockdown to a 2-week to now, a lot of people are on a 30-day. That really does start to make families get a little stressed.
I'm thinking of the movie Shining,
Yeah. So particularly hard hit is our senior population, and that they're in need of extended care. So what should a senior who needs care assistance and their loved ones be thinking about right now financially?
That's really a great question. There are a couple things come to mind. There are some very important governmental benefits that can help pay for long-term care, whether it's in the home or in a community. One is Arizona Long-Term Care System, or ALTEX, and the other is Veterans Pension with aid and attendance. And here's the issue. People don't realize how long it takes sometimes to get an application approved and through either one of the programs. And so it's really important they start working on their plan now rather than to wait to start that planning and start preparing when they're going to need that long-term care. So one way I work by assessing their overall needs, not only financial, but where they're headed on their care. And I, of course, network with other partners like Carrie Ann Ronquist is essential there. But with that, then I develop a roadmap, if you will, that kind of lays out exactly the steps, and then I actually provide the steps of that roadmap. And one thing that I really like to point out is, I've actually been doing this work for, as I said earlier, for a number of years, and I do a lot of work on the East Coast with people. So I'm kind of used to working on the phone, working with email and faxing and, US mail if needed. So this is not kind of a new experience for me. I've been doing it for a long time. So again, the big point is, let's not wait till this virus problem has passed us by, because now look at all that time we've lost that could have been devoted to planning and preparing and then getting the benefits.
I agree. I feel like this is a great time for people to be mapping out those plans, not just for themselves, but for their family members, and really is an eye opener for people to know what they're supposed to be, what they need to be doing.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So
that's
the thing, I'm getting a few people to go, well, I want to see you. And I kind of chuckle only because, again, this morning, literally, I had a phone call from somebody in Florida, and I'm going to help his mom. She happens to be here in Arizona in Casa Grande, but I'll never meet him. And I'm never going to meet his mom either. I'm going to do it all through the mail. So I really don't need to see somebody face to face to do what I do.
Right. I think that's the great thing with, to even technology today. We don't have to be face to face and can all, still run business and help families. Yeah. So that's great. So a question for you is, you launched the ACA. So a lot of like when you mentioned Carrie Ann, you launched this group. What is your goal of ACA?
Well, I just saw a need, honestly, to help not only the senior public, but their families. One thing that people don't realize, there are other venues out there that have like a printed guide, if you will, for resources. I just ran across another one that they're almost kind of copying what we're doing, but she's charging a pretty good, quite a bit of money for someone to be on her website. And our listings are free, and which is noteworthy because, you know, I ran an ad in one of the, I don't want to say the name, but one of the senior guides, right? And for a small half-page ad, and it wasn't very big either, like 3x5 or whatever, it cost me $2,000.
Yeah.
And so, and I think I got 2 calls. I don't know if we even got 2, but I'm hoping I got 2. And so a lot of small business people, they can't afford to shell out $2,000 to get 2 people calling them, right?
Right.
So those types of venues, they don't have the full range of all the providers that possibly could be out there. And so by me able to offer them at no charge, that brought in a lot of people. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I believe it adds value to it and also helps the senior population, no doubt.
No, I agree. I agree. And it's a great group. So now tell me, how would they get started? So if someone wanted to talk to you and start mapping out the financial plans for themselves or family, how would they get that started with you?
Well, one, they can, of course, call me on my cell phone, which is 480-203-9592. And I say cell phone because, you know, I have a landline, but they can also text me to that same number, the 480-203-9592. They can also email me at steve@carefundingsolutions.com. And you go to the website, carefundingsolutions.com as well. So that's several ways they can locate me. And they can also go, and let's not forget to mention, ArizonaCareAlliance.org, and they can, you know, hunt me down there too. Okay.
Perfect. Well, we'll put all of those in the description as well, so people can easily click on those and get the information and reach you.
Good, good.
So I appreciate you being on and talking about, you know, how you can help seniors and help other families financially. And I know we'll be having you on throughout this so that we can continue to educate the families on how you can help them.
Yeah, well, thank you again for putting this together.
You bet.
Mm.